here is a general look at your solar chart for December 2012, and may I wish you a happy birthday. Before I speak about the month ahead and what it might mean to you on a sort of personality level, really, I'd like to just zoom out and say a few words about this time of the year and this December, which is actually the famous one. It's the one that's had all of the publicity and the speculation. So on this winter solstice, the 21st of December 2012, the moon is going to be in Aries, which kind of hints at new beginnings, Aries being the pioneer and the initiator of the zodiac, and the sun will be conjunct an asteroid called Juno, which I don't usually mention. The asteroids, but it's worth a mention this month. And the sun is also going to be in a wide conjunction with Pluto, which is going to be tightening up towards the end of the month. Now, Juno represents a sort of collective remembering, which I think is going to mean that we are going to be reflecting more and more and awakening more and more over the months to come and the years to come, but particularly in this window of time, and by that I mean over the next year at least. We're going to be awakening more and more to the reality of ourselves as spiritual beings having a human experience in a very sort of dense, limited dimension, the third dimension, a fourth dimension, and especially becoming more aware, many more of us will become more aware of why we are actually here during this pivotal moment in Earth's long history. And I think from the date 21st of December 2012 we're going to be more intensely called back, more intensely recalled, or we're going to be more strongly reminded of our deep past. We're going to be reminded about our soul family and our spiritual path in this lifetime, and perhaps through many lifetimes. So December the 21st, 2012 is going to be the turning point moment when the sun and Juno and Pluto and the other planets are all in this amazing, the sun is going to be in this amazing alignment with the galactic center, and it's going to be in the Ophiuchus part of your sign, Sagittarius. So your sign is actually bang on the galactic center, but particularly the Ophiuchus part of the sign, which is, some say, from the 6th of December and some say from the 1st of December. But anyway, so the sun, Juno and Pluto are all going to be together influencing and toning the sun's energy and helping us to emerge, to begin to emerge from this long winter, this galactic winter of 25,626 years, give or take a month or two, I guess, into the first rays of the galactic spring. And we begin. And we've begun already. There's been stirrings going on and awakenings going on for many, many years already, more than a decade. And we'll be stirring from this long sleep of forgetfulness and coming home to the truth of ourselves as spiritual beings of light, but also as we begin this age of Aquarius, the long remembering begins in earnest. And those that are ready will be remembering in very short order, and those who are not will take a while longer, but we all will in the end. And we will begin to remember as the solar system, which has been orbiting away from the galactic center, finally turns, and this is the day on which it absolutely turns and comes back to the galactic center. And because of that reviving, awakening light coming from the galactic center, we will begin to remember individuals, but then, you know, more and more and more forming a large group, which then will affect the rest of the group. We will begin to remember not only our origins in the beating heart of love and unity at the center of the universe, the galactic center of this galaxy and beyond, I think, because what I have been told is that it is a shift that is affecting all levels, all planes, all dimensions, all planes of being. It's not just us. We're just in the line where everything is going to be shifting. And so there's a huge amount riding on this, and we will achieve it. And that's why we're getting a lot of help from the background, a lot of interest on this planet as well, as many of you will know. And I think from the 21st of December that is going to be accelerating even more, and there will be more sightings and more realizations happening. So we will be coming back to ourselves, to our truth, and to the truth of our origins, and we will be coming back into the right relationship, if June has got anything to do with it, the right relationship with the mothership, and that is Mother Earth herself, and starting to treat her a little bit better, and starting to understand how to love her and how to work with her instead of against her. As you may know, we've been kind of overcoming her rather than working with her for millennia now, well, at least hundreds of years anyway. So, Sagittarius for this month ahead, and I think I'm going to put out, once I've organised all my thoughts on this, because there are other things to say on this subject, I'll be putting this out on a separate video. So, for you, on a personality level this month, well, it's your birthday month, and the sun's in your sign until the 21st anyway, and this is the moment of the solstice and the galactic alignment, and the sun will be in the Ophiuchus part of the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius overlaps with Scorpio and with the Ophiuchus at the early part of Sagittarius, and then the latter part of Sagittarius, and your element, even though Ophiuchus isn't an official sign of the zodiac, because it would be the 13th sign of the zodiac if it was an official sign of the zodiac. But Ptolemy decided, he was a Greek, and he decided that we didn't need 12, it was 13, it was an uneven number. So, but the element, if there is one, for the Ophiuchus part of Sagittarius is the life force itself, emanating from the galactic center, but also emanating from all creation. And as I say, I'm going to put something together on this as soon as I can. But in general, for you, the way should be clear: to improve on things for yourself personally, to pursue personal interests, things that just, you know, you want to do, and you know you've got to do, in fact, for yourself, even if it's work, you know, but whatever it is. From the 21st, more practical, basic stuff will have your attention, the material side of life, financial side of life, but also the practical side of life, getting organized on more practical levels, rolling your sleeves up there. Just to mention of when the sun conjuncts with Pluto on the 29th, 30th, there could be some kind of inner turbulence going on there, and you should just trust your instincts, trust your deeper knowing, and follow that. The new moon is on the 13th in your sign, Sagittarius. My goodness, there's an awful lot happening with you. And this does point for new beginnings for you personally over the subsequent 4 weeks from the eclipse date. And so, therefore, to use the eclipse energy well is to put, you know, just to set your compass and to set the rudder of your ship in that direction on the eclipse day, or maybe just slightly before, so that that energy that pulses out will have that intention laid down in it. Now, until the 11th, Mercury is kind of introspective. It has your mind thinking, pondering things. You may be feeling things and just thinking on deeper levels, and a little bit raw on the emotional side, perhaps. So you can just come across as a little preoccupied, and perhaps even thinking about the past a bit and zoning out, and you're very much in your own little bubble. But also this is a good time for anything to do with the imagination, using the imagination, and also it's a good time for actually being in that little bubble in the background, working with another or others, or just being busy and working on your own little thing in the background, which is why you need to draw firmer boundaries for yourself at that time up until the 11th. And if you're listening to this in November, then you'll already be needing to draw those stronger boundaries and to take more care of yourself, and also go in for nurturing activities. But there could be something kind of bobbing and floating around in your mind which you don't have clarity on, you can't get a firm grip on, you can't get a resolution with, you see. So therefore you can't plan ahead as well as you'd like. It could be like that. So definitely to use this energy in the way it's coming across is to just be in this inner world, listen to your dreams, listen to your guidance, see the omens, and get rid of any behaviors or fearfulness that is now getting in the way of your happiness and well-being. And then from the 11th, you're going to have Mercury coming into your sign, and then you're going to have a very busy mind from there, lots of lists probably on your mind, and flying hither and thither, and maybe socializing more, maybe more time corresponding, maybe more paperwork even, which of course if it's cards, because it's like, you know, the Christmassy time or another sort of festival that's going on with you. But there could be other paperwork as well, and definitely being in the flow of information exchange with others and making connections with others. So your ability to speak, write, just express your thoughts clearly is going to be a key feature, but also your ability to really listen and in fact read between the lines is also going to be a key feature. Now, Venus is going to be in a very background area where you could be teaming up with someone inside of a sort of a private little space, as I said, or there could be some sort of friendship or bonding going on very much in the background. You're more likely to have to do things on behalf of another at this time, sort of like put yourself out for another at this time. Whether it's a partner or somebody else you're in a relationship with, whether that's in a personal, professional sense. But some of these times you've got to put yourself out in ways that you wouldn't choose, and you're not really in the mood anyway, but you still got to do it. And in certain situations, you're more than likely to keep your feelings to yourself because it's just, you know, the wisest and smartest thing to do. But listen to the natural intuition, draw the line in the sand where you know that that's the limit for you, and in order to be a bit more self-protective. And your urge to assist and help others will be amplified, but just don't forget yourself. And definitely at this time you could actually be benefiting from somebody else's caring attention, somebody else's nurturing attention, and somebody else's unbiased point of view. And for some of you, maybe some sort of secret relationship flourishing in the background. But just be careful that you don't sort of let the past or past behaviors or habits of yours kind of get in the way. And others cannot really be aware of what's going on inside of you as well, I found with this one during that time. So just trust your deeper wisdom, your angels, your guardian angels to kind of look after you at certain moments, but also you've got to look after yourself. Now, fortunately for you, the planet of love and potential material success and money and physical balance is coming into your sign from the 16th of the month. So that's going to span all of the sort of the festive period. That's going to be great. That means there could be treats in the pipeline and lots of socializing going on. Venus will provide a boost to relationships and at least offer more opportunities for you to mix and mingle and rub shoulders successfully come across well. You have this sort of aura, this halo of the beauty of the Venus energy around you. So, you know, work with that. Make hay while the sun shines. You can afford to be a little bit self-indulgent during this time, but also if you really want to kind of, I don't know, seal a deal or persuade somebody or bury the hatchet, then this would maybe be a time that you can do it. Definitely Venus here is going to boost your morale anyway. And just make sure with this sort of self-indulgent feeling, which does mean that you could go and have, you know, a bit of a makeover and some retail therapy and, you know, just because Venus is going to help you to look good, so why not make the most of it, you know, and start to feel good too. And so, yeah, and so what more is there to say? What's not to like? The only thing that's not to like, actually, is that because Venus means that there's going to be more flow in this area, which is your sign, and so just make sure that you're not kind of giving too much, or, you know, from yourself. Just make sure that, as I say, you're looking after yourself. Now, until the 26th, Mars is demanding that you get organized on basic levels, and you could be anything to do with practical things, money, the piggy bank, but also other types of resources. You'll be working quite hard because, you know, again, this connects in with the festive season because of the material situation and the demands there. And you may be tempted to tire yourself out, which you shouldn't do that. But also you need to look after your physical well-being. You could be a bit impulsive and make snap decisions about what to do on as far as a monetary thing is concerned, or maybe some kind of object that you are purchasing, or maybe it's something to do with food. Actually, it can be that. Just don't, you know, try not to be too impulsive. Mars can be very impulsive. And you don't overstretch your physical vitality, but possessions or any other bit of territory or money needs more effort from you, a more decisive approach from you. So you've got to make up your mind and then hold to that and just get on to it. So whatever that's about for you. But you should start feeling more confident in that area as well. And then during this, then from the 26th, Mars goes into your solar communications area, and that means that you will be maybe getting your head around new things, or can be more paperwork going on there, or just the socializing and the social sort of world can be a bit demanding because it's all in the thinking brain. And there may be more toing and froing, or just, you know, mixing and mingling and getting sorted out on those communications level or with communications equipment. And just coming across more in a more assertive kind of a way, but watch that it's not aggressive, because it so easily can just tip over into, as far as others are concerned, and receiving you into this sort of aggressive, I know best, do what I say, which of course you would never want to do that, would you? No, not you, would you, Sagittarius? So you can be very proactive and successful and decisive and confident in your thinking and in what you're saying, but also being able to express yourself in maybe even quite a powerful way. At